If your AI has 10 million documents, how does it search them in milliseconds? Most of you must be thinking it is some faster version of Control plus F, but obviously it's not the case. And if you use the brute force cosine similarity, which we learned, your user will be just staring at the loading screen for minutes and see how frustrated he looks. So today we'll end this latency war. We're opening the engine of vector database. Now the question which comes to your mind is, how does vector database differ from traditional ones? So standard databases like SQL look for exact matches, but RAG needs proximity. You aren't just saving text, you're placing a point on a map with thousands of dimensions so that you can map it later. But here's the problem. Maps this big are impossible to read, one point at a time. To scale, we have to move from exact search to ANN. It is not artificial neural network. ANN here stands for Approximate Nearest Neighbor. Also, as you can see that traditional ones won't give you some semantic search. Because for a traditional database, machine learning and AI are completely different. Whereas we have link in machine learning and AI. So to solve these, we use vector databases. How do we find the nearest neighbor without checking everyone? So this messy structure which you are looking at is a highway made by me. My drawing is bad, I know. So let's suppose you need to go out to this house. Firstly, you'll take an expressway. See, our expressway is beautiful. We also have lights here. Then you'll have to go to some main road after reaching the end of your expressway, obviously. Then some chotu si gali to your house. So this way you will reach your house starting from the expressway. See, no, obviously you won't go to this expressway 2 or the main road 2. You'll have a definite path. A big expressway, then a main road, then a side lane to your house. This is exactly what we do in vector databases. The expressway makes the layer 1. The main road is the layer 2. The third layer is the last layer which contains a document or a house in this case. Now obviously there are not 3 layers always. There are multi-layers. This is a multi-layer system which would have approximately thousands of layers. These layer system which I am talking about is called HNSW or Hierarchical Navigable Small Worlds. The highway analogy is exactly how this works. On top layer, we have your express links. You jump across the entire data space in one leap. As you move down the layer, the connections get tighter. So this is called greedy routing. See, we are skipping the ones we don't need. So this is not a big of an linear search. It's a lightning fast big of login operation. And also all the documents lie in the lowest level, which here in our case is the layer 3.
Enough theory. Let's look at the engine room. To implement this, we use FAISS, Facebook AI Similarity Search, the industry standard for geometric retrieval. First, we initialize our translator. We're using the sentence transformer model to turn our text into vectors. We have a list of documents here, from LLMs to the capital of France. This is our raw data. Step 1. The geometry phase. Model.encode takes those strings and converts them into a matrix of numbers. Note this variable, dimension. For this specific model, it's 384. Every piece of meaning is now a coordinate in a 384-dimensional map. Step 2. The HNSW phase. This line is where the magic happens. FAISS.index HNSW flat. The 16 you see here? That's our M parameter. It's the connectivity. It tells the database to build 16 bidirectional links for every node. This is the moment we build our highways. When we call index.add, the database is physically constructing those layers we just talked about. Step 3. The search phase. Now we ask a question. How do vector databases search so fast? We embed the query and call index.search. Look at k equals 2. We are telling the engine, don't check everything, Just find the two closest neighbors in the graph. Finally, the payoff. We track the time and print the results. Even with millions of vectors, this search would take less than a millisecond. And look at the matches. It didn't look for the word fast, it understood the concept of semantic retrieval. Now your RAG is fast. You have the right snippets, but a list of matches isn't an answer. It's just a pile of raw data. How do we take these matches and weave them into a perfect, hallucination-free response? In the next video, we build the bridge. We'll master context injection and the art of the RAG prompt. See you in part 3.